Here are the 10 best haulers for new players in Star Citizen looking to do some trading. All ships on this list can be purchased in-game, so there's no RSI Hermes on here. Let's go. Number 1. The Crusader C1 Spirit. The C1 Spirit is a very sleek, smaller version of the Hercules C2 and is one of the favorite cheap haulers in the verse. Carries 62 SCU of cargo space. It has crazy good VTOL thrusters, massive engines, plenty of guns to defend itself if you have to, and enough speed to make a clean getaway. It's a beautiful ship with great handling and decent firepower for a trader. It also has a tractor beam that runs on a rail from top to rear, so there's no need to carry a max lift or multi-tool with a tractor beam attachment with you, making trade fast and effortless. Side note for anyone new to trading, if you don't like the sensitivity of the tractor, because let's face it, it's terrible, just hit the Q button for more control. The Crusader C1 Spirit can be purchased in-game for 3.1 million AUEC at Orison in Crusader. Number 2. The MISC Hull-A, an awesome little freighter with 64 SCU of cargo space. The Hull-A carries its cargo on its exterior. To extend the exterior cargo grid, simply press left Alt and K, which expands or retracts it. This is a feature only shared by its big brother, the MISC Hull-C. PS, if you're looking to invest, grab the Hull-B concept because it's very underpriced at the moment. Back to the Hull-A, this is a pure hauler, so definitely no fighting or running away in this one. It also doesn't have a tractor beam like the C1, but if you're looking for a great, affordable, pure trading ship, this one certainly doesn't disappoint. Loading and unloading is super easy. Much easier than most other traders on this list. Always a plus. The MISC Hull-A can be purchased in-game for 1.7 at Levski or 1.6 million AUEC at Lorville. Number 3. The MISC Freelancer. The MISC Freelancer is one of the older ships on the list and carries 66 SCU of cargo. Before there was the Hull-A and C1, this was the starting hauler to get. Is it still worth picking up? Sure it is. You see, it has 3 size 2 shields and plenty of firepower, including size 3 missiles. So your cargo is much safer in the Freelancer than it is in a C1 or Hull-A, even though it's still not a fighter. The thing that makes other options on this list better is the fact that the cargo space inside the ship is very cramped, and the placement of the rear turret makes that space even less. Although you technically can fit more cargo than the 66 SU in there, should you enter that rear turret by accident like I do all the time loading this thing, it will eject your cargo through the floor if you're not careful. The MISC Freelancer can be purchased for 2.7 million Alpha UEC at Lorville. Number 4. The Drake Corsair. Okay, so the Drake Corsair is more of an expedition ship than a trader, but it's definitely a great option for cargo haulers who like guns. Lots of guns. The Corsair has 72 SCU of cargo space, but you can fit quite a bit more than that if you place your extra boxes carefully. It's more than capable of handling itself in a fight, but don't let those big thrusters fool you. There's no running away in this thing, which really is the only downside to the Corsair for me personally, and that's the fact that it's slow as hell. I'm also personally not a fan of the look, but it's a great all-rounder for sure, especially if you're looking to dip into hauling and trading once in a while. The Drake Corsair can be purchased for 6.2 million Alpha UEC in-game at Lorville. Number 5. The MISC Starlancer TAC. Looking for the ultimate solo do-it-all, have-it-all ship? Then don't look past the Starlancer TAC gunship with its 94 SCU cargo capacity. Well, that's what fits on the grid. It's actually more than that depending on how good you are at stacking boxes. Okay, so this one is pretty expensive compared to other ships on here, and it's 5 million more than the actual trading variant, the Starlancer MAX. But I just don't like that ship, which is why it's not on here. Yes, the TAC is a gunship, and yes, it can do and has everything. Well, except for a tractor beam, that is. Small hangar, tier 3 medbed, good armor, decent shields, turrets, rear-firing missiles. What I'm trying to say is, it's awesome. Like the Corsair, it's slow and more of an all-rounder, but it sure as hell makes for a great hauler should you choose to do some trading in between everything else. Needless to say, this is currently one of my favorite ships in the game. Oh, did I mention it has a stock size 3 A-grade military blizzard cooler? Well, it does. The Starlancer TAC can be purchased in-game for 13.3 million AUSC at Lorville and Area 18. Number 6. The MISC Freelancer MAX. The big brother of the base Freelancer, the MAX can haul up to 120 SCU of cargo. Its speed is pretty impressive thanks to those big thrusters, and leaving Orison, which usually takes forever in a ship this size, feels a lot faster. Is it just me? It does, however, suffer from the same issue as its smaller sibling, being that the rear turret gets in the way of making more boxes stick to the grid. But being much more spacious than the base variant, it's easy to fit quite a few extra boxes of cargo in there. The rest of the ship looks pretty much exactly the same though, but you're getting more speed, power and space. It has no tractor beam though, but for what you pay, it's a very good option if you're into cargo hauling. The Freelancer MAX can be purchased in-game for 4 million AUSC at Lorville. Number 7. The RSI Zeus CL. One of the newer trading ships on here, the Zeus CL has 128 SU of cargo, 3 size 2 shields, 2 size 4 and 2 size 3 weapons. It's one of the best haulers at its price range. Plenty of shielding and firepower to defend itself, but alas, also pretty slow despite how fast it looks. It also has a tractor beam, and its low profile makes loading and unloading cargo an absolute breeze. RSI has long been known for its unique, stylish designs, and the Zeus CL definitely delivers in that department. It also has the best handling of all ships on this list, thanks to its aerodynamic wing design. I wasn't a fan at first, but it definitely won me over after trading with it for a bit. The RSI Zeus CL can be purchased in-game for 6.4 million AUSC from Lorville. Number 8. The RSI Constellation Taurus. The Constellation Taurus is everybody's favorite cargo hauler in the Star Citizen universe. Okay, maybe not everyone, but it's pretty close. The Taurus can carry a whopping 174 SU of cargo, has a tractor beam and 4 size 5 guns, making it a great all-rounder. It doesn't have a snub fighter like the other Constellation variants, but what you get is extra cargo space. Your tractor beam sits right at the front under the bridge, so no need to reverse park this one. When trading or hauling bigger sized boxes for SCU and above, you might find it difficult to fill the space due to how little space there is between the cargo grid and the body of the ship. A lot of people love the Taurus because of its versatility, so if you like trading, you just might too. The Constellation Taurus can be picked up for 8 million AUSC at Levski or 7.6 mil at Lorville. Number 9. The Anvil Asgard. Another gunship, not quite. The Anvil Asgard is so much more than that, and makes for a great cargo hauler. Not only can it fight, but has 180 SU of cargo space and 4 size 2 shields to protect it. Honestly though, you can fit well over 200 SU in the Asgard. You'll have plenty of firepower, decent enough speed, and one hell of a sexy ship at your disposal. This is the Cutty Black on steroids. The only thing that's missing is a tractor beam. Then again, if it had one, we'd all be flying it all the time. So I guess CIG knew what they were doing. Powerful thrusters, great maneuverability for its size, and bragging rights of having one of the coolest ships there is. The Anvil Asgard, although expensive, is a must-have and can be purchased in-game for 17.8 million Alpha USC at Area 18. Then again, you might as well save an extra mil and get the ultimate trader, the Hercules C2 for 18.9 million Alpha USC at that price range. Bonus ship for you you there. Number 10, the Argo RAFT. We've reached the last ship on the list, but please stay to the end because you don't want to miss what's next. This is a pretty obvious one, and that's the Argo RAFT, the cargo hauler that's been dominating the medium trader scene since its massive buffs recently that gave it more speed and making it stronger in every way possible. Well, almost. It has a tractor beam and carries its cargo on the outside. What makes this so great is that should you stack your boxes inefficiently with your tractor beam, you can easily walk underneath the cargo grid and correctly place everything the way you want using a handheld tractor beam. Very useful indeed. The raft is very tanky, not as slow as it looks, and carries a whopping 196 SCU of cargo. It's a pure hauler trading ship. You should definitely add to your fleet for only 3.5 million AUSC from Levski or 3.3 million at Lowell. But now that you know which cargo hauling ships to get, you will start generating decent credits and will soon feel the need to add to your collection of ships. So check out this video next where I'll show you some of my favorites.